Hi, it's May 14th. I'm taking a look at the fig box. I've taken the roof off and the side off about a week ago. Temperatures have gotten pretty hot. We're plus 30 Celsius today, and it's been a hot week. And the forecast looks good. No freezing temperatures in the forecast, so it's time to unbox the fig. Let's take a look at it and see what it's like after a winter. We had a medium type of winter. It was pretty cool, cold, and consistent. We didn't get those warming spells in the middle, but we did have some minus 28, minus 29 Celsius temperature, so plenty cold. We'll take a look at the two figs here. I've got the Chicago Hardy fig tree. So those upper branches were pulled down into the box, and some of the bigger ones I had to prune off. They just won't fit inside the box. So you can see some cuts I made here last fall to get it in the box. The wood there is dried out and dead. It might shoot back here, but this part will be dead. I do cut it a little bit long when I prune it because it's going to dry out, and then I'll prune it again here in the spring right at the collar so it can heal there. But just because I know this is going to dry out over the winter, so I leave it a little bit long, cut it, and then I'll prune it here in the spring. So one thing I did want to show is that this is a couple years in a row I've had this. Some of the branches dry out. So this one I've just cut now. It wasn't pruned in the fall, but it's all dried out, a little bit shriveled. You can see the leaf buds here. Leaf buds have got fuzzy brown and they're dry and crunchy. So something has killed this branch and it's dried out, whereas one right beside it is fine. So I'm really not sure why some of these dry out and die and ones right beside it will be fine. Anyway, there's lots of green branches and lots of it has survived no problem, and I'm just not sure if it's the fungus that kills some of them. Anyway, like this one here is dried out and brown. It's going to have to be pruned off. That's okay. I need to do lots of pruning anyway. This tree's getting way too big for the box, and really too big for the bed. I think it's been in ground here in these boxes for 4 or 5 winters now, and a couple winters prior to that I used to bury it, cut it down on one side, tip it into a trench and buried it here. So it's probably 5 or 6 years in the ground here. Chicago Hardy. Pretty easy fig to grow and fruits lots. This one is my Negron fig. It's going to be hidden in the shadows a little bit, but definitely a lot shorter. It's a little bit further along and opening up. The leaf buds are pretty big. And unlike the Chicago Hardy, I don't see a single one that has that dried, dead branches attacked by fungus. This one's actually got a little fig right there. And it looks like it survived. So yeah, the Negron, I'm not sure it has the reputation as being as hardy as the Chicago Hardy, but inside of this fig box, it never gets below -5 anyway, so it seems to be able to winter pretty good in this type of fig box. You can see some little figs down here too. Anyways, I'm hoping to get some, and I'll prune this Chicago Hardy back. It's encroaching over the Negron here, so make sure it gets its fair share of shade. So it's time to take the box fully down and do some pruning to get this to a more manageable size. And I'll show some more footage of it in late summer when it's got figs.